Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where this rocket has issues. There's not a lot we can do about many of them. Many of them are just design flaws. They are what they are. But we're going to go ahead and toss some struts. We're going to quad couple this from here straight up to here. And apparently it didn't like quad coupling. So we are going to duplicate them and put it from here up to here. That should help a bit with some rocket waggle that we may or may not have an issue with. And then the other thing that I would like to do is underneath this protective shell, I'm just going to toss in a quick large reaction wheel. Just so that we have a little bit more reaction wheel control. There we go. Okay, let's see if this thing flies. It should, I hope. Oh, this thing is a monstrosity. Luckily, it will be short-lived. I mean, it'll take a while to get to where it's going, but it will not survive the trip. That is a good thing. Okay. MechJeb, can you fly this thing? Or will I have to fly it? Well, so far so good. Having that RCS, that big RCS in that bottom stage, or not RCS, reaction wheel, should go a long ways towards controlling it, and hopefully shoring up that weak point here will do a good job in keeping it stable as well. MechJeb appears to be having some trouble with the roll authority, but the pitch authority seems to be just fine. So that's good. I don't really care too much about rolling. Although it'll be interesting to see what happens when these side stages burn out. Well, it's waggling. Oh, there it goes. RCS, can we control this? MechJeb, what exactly are you doing? MechJeb seems to be really confused. Okay. Let's revert back to launch. Get out of here, MechJeb. I'll do this myself. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't think, anyway. Okay. SAS. No RCS. Let's do this. Helps if we throttle up. I may not have done this for a while. Okay. Let's go. So we're going to start our gravity turn a little bit on the high side. But that's just so that we can reach max Q a little sooner. And we're going to do a pretty shallow gravity turn here. Ideally, we will be around 200, I think. I'm kind of making it up, but right about now is when we're going to start making a pretty shallow gravity turn. Yeah, we've got some pretty good waggling, and we're kind of top-heavy with this fairing. So we're approaching max Q right now. There's max aerodynamic pressure. Okay. We'll just very slowly inch over. Very, very slowly. That's too quick. That's too quick. Okay. Come on. We're losing control here. RCS. Okay. I think we're good-ish. RCS, come on. You got this. Okay. We're good-ish. Let's correct our roll here. There we go. Our eccentricity is going to be a little wacky, but that's fine. We don't really care about that too badly. Okay, go ahead and stage. Perfect. I love it. Okay, our current apoapsis is a little on the low side, so we're going to keep on going. We will stage our fairing at about 50 kilometers. Oh, I guess they hit each other back there. Oh, hello, Moon. How are you doing? Moon's doing fine. Just thought you might like to know that. Okay, apoapsis height is getting there. Let's go ahead and go to surface velocity up. Let's ditch our fairing. That is quite the fairing. Okay. We will not deploy our solars just yet. Let's go to horizon velocity up. We are at 126k, so we're going to go ahead and chill for just a little bit. We'll turn on RCS as well. Come on. Gotta get this turn stopped. Come on. We are so close. Okay. Any day now. There, now it's starting to come the other way. Excellent. Come on over. Glorious. Okay, can go ahead and turn off RCS. We are well on our way. We're 2 minutes from our apoapsis, so that's fine. Once we get over towards, actually right here, I'll go ahead and warp up. Okay. And now let's warp to, we'll try a minute and a half. I'm not convinced by our horizontal speed right now. Actually, we'll try a minute 10. Let's see how this goes. We'll start up a burn right now. Okay, we don't need it now. We'll kill our rotation real fast. We'll start it again at 45 seconds. So right about now. Okay, we appear to need it here. Just about done with this. Okay, we're good. We'll try again at 30. Warp up a bit quick. Okay. Now. Okay, we are more than good at 30. Try again at 20. Okay, that's about what we need. We'll be done with this burn momentarily-ish. I'll just burn back up to 20 seconds to apoapsis. And then we'll try again at 10. We're getting very close to being in orbit here. Okay, we don't need it at 10. I'll try again at 5. Right now. Okay, we are technically in orbit. Gonna try again at 0. Okay. There we go. That is a decent orbit. Our inclination is a little high because we were kind of wacky going through the atmosphere, but it's all good. Okay, so we have how much delta V left in the tank? We have a fair amount. I mean, all we got to do at this point is simply do a burn prograde. Which direction are we going? It actually doesn't matter. We can burn prograde anywhere. Maybe like here. And we'll just get out of here. We don't need to be here anymore. Keep on a burning. 900 meters per second or so. Okay, we'll burn to about there. And I will use MechJeb to execute this maneuver. So go ahead and execute that node. If you can get there. Yeah, we're turning okay. That reaction wheel doing work. Not that. That's a decoupler. Reaction wheel's up here. Reaction wheel doing work. Excellent. Okay, so the vast majority of our delta V is in this tank. And I'm not sure how close to the sun we're going to be able to get. It'll be interesting. I've never done this sort of a suicide burn before, and we have to have... Because of the way this is designed, we have to burn off what fuel we're going to burn before we extend the heat shield. So that is going to be interesting. And then we'll have to position ourselves retrograde. The heat shield will block all of the light from the sun, which is why I added the extra pair of batteries up here, so that we have 615 electric charge to work with. And then we're going to wait until the last second to activate the radiators, and we'll just see how long we can survive. It will be highly exciting. Okay, so we burned out that stage. Off we go with our nuclear engine. And we don't need to worry about inclination, we don't need to worry about any planar burns. All we need to do is get as close to the sun as possible. And that's going to be kind of a lengthy burn. So let's just go ahead and, now that we are at escape velocity, let's go ahead and warp up to the escape. This is technically not quite to the escape. So let's go ahead and warp. That's a year away. That's still a year away. Where are we going to be on this thing when we escape? That's only 19 days away. We'll warp there. Okay. And off we go. So we should probably extend our closed photovoltaic panels. However, for now, we're just going to... Please stop playing that sound. There's nothing here for us. We're going to have to extend our photovoltaic panels here pretty soon. Why is this not warping at full speed? Okay. We just changed to 50x. Why did it change to 50x? Are we out? I believe we may be out. Ish. We are in space high over the sun. Okay, I'm just not seeing an orbital line here, but I think that's just because of the line resolution. So we're just going to do a simple retro... Hang on, that's prograde, I think. What is happening here? We're just going to do a simple retrograde burn. Burn as much as we can. So you have 4596 delta V. So we're going to burn basically all of it. Like so. It's going to be awkward. And then we'll do a second burn as we get a little bit closer. And then we'll eject our engine, and then we'll just burn up in the atmosphere of the sun. Or, not really the atmosphere. We'll probably not even make it to the photosphere, honestly. But I mean, this is all we gotta do. This is... how far away? Oh, only 93 days. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and execute this node. It's going to be a lengthy burn, so I'm going to go ahead and time warp up as much as we can under physics warp. There we go. And we will warp to the burn. Estimated burn of 34 minutes. And I'm remembering that I didn't extend our 1x6 photovoltaic panels. I probably should do that. Okay, there we go. Out they come. Just that one? Just that one, I guess. Let's manually extend them then. All of them. 3 and... where are you? There you are. 4. Fantastic. Okay, let's warp on up. Yeah. Look at it vibrate. Is it not glorious? It's not glorious. That is the correct answer. It's not glorious in the slightest. So this is going to be a futile attempt to get some science. I don't know what we're going to get out of this, but I promised that I would try to land on everything. Well, I promised that I would land on everything, but there's 2 bodies that it's impossible to land on, so I'll just give it a go. When we blow up, it's not my fault. So this burn is estimated to be another 36 minutes, so grab a sandwich or something, I guess. This could take a while. Let's see, what else do we have on here? Well, we have our mystery goo observation and our gravity scan. We have a bunch of things here that aren't actually showing up, though. Seismic scan can't be done right now. We don't want to observe our mystery goo. Actually, one thing I want to do is I want to look up KSP Sun low orbit. What is a low orbit? 1.5 kilometers? What? That can't be right. What is the maximum altitude that still counts as low for science purposes? 40% of Moho's orbit? Oh, 1,000 kilometers? Okay. We'll be pretty close to that, won't we? Let's see here. Hang on. Let me get back into the game here. we're actually pretty close to that right now. We might be able to make that if we continue burning retrograde a little bit. We've got some interesting encounters going on here. Would prefer to not encounter Kerbal currently. We are still encountering Kerbal, but I don't think we will be. Whoa, okay. What is happening? Uh-huh. What exactly are you doing here, KSP? Are we slingshotting around Kerbal? Is that what's happening here? You know, I think we just cancel this burn, take this hyperbolic trajectory, warp here. This is a little awkward. Hello again, Kerbal. Hello, destination. Goodbye again, Kerbal. Just passing through. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what this did to our orbit. I am definitely interested to find that out. Are we going this way? No, we're going this way. So I'm going to go ahead and add a maneuver basically right here. And we're just going to continue burning retrograde. I would like to burn off until we're just below that low orbit point. That would be ideal, at least for now. So right around here-ish. I mean, obviously that's more delta V than we've got in this tank, at least. Our overall delta V is actually not enough to do that either. Maybe we can find a more efficient location to do this at. Let's see here. Actually, right around over here appears to be more efficient. So we can do something along the lines of this. That's still slightly more delta V than we've got. How about if we do that and come in to around there? Still slightly more delta V than we've got. I blame the fact that we had that re-encounter with Kerbal. That pretty much screwed us up. The other option is that we go for something over here. Kind of like this-ish. Okay, let's just completely get rid of this maneuver. And we do something kind of along the lines of this. This would work. Oh wait, that's at 1,998,000. Right. I was just like, hang on, why is that working? Well, we do have monopropellant too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this burn. Let's execute that node. I'm going to do this burn. I'm going to burn off our monopropellant and then go ahead and warp up here. This is going to be another fairly lengthy burn, so I'm going to do most of this between episodes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn off this tank and then burn up the rest of our monopropellant, thrusting in the same direction as the thruster, so that we get a little bit extra delta V out of this stage, and then I'll do any extra maneuvering with this stage on camera. So we're going to go ahead and get this burn started here. Right here pretty soon, actually. And then the question is, just how much heat can this thing take? I mean, we've got this heat shield. The heat shield, I'll be honest, is not really designed for shielding us from the heat. The heat shield is more for going into the Jovian atmosphere, or rather the Julian atmosphere. But I just wanted to be able to reuse this monstrosity. That's the honest truth right there. I mean, this may come in useful, and we'll give it a go, but I don't know that it'll actually have the heat tolerance that we're looking for. Who knows? It might. But that's not its primary purpose. And also, like I said, once we deploy this, we're not getting any more power, so that's kind of a last-ditch thing. And also, once we deploy this, we may want to start turning off our radiators, which for now, we can have our radiators on. So I'm going to go through and turn on our radiators really quick here. Let's see. Did that turn them all on? Oh, it didn't. Sad face. Well, this could take a little bit. Okay, so what do we got going on over here? We've got more radiators. So far, we're still keeping up with their power consumption, which is marginally a surprise. Continue cooling here. Did not hit activate radiator on that one. Okay, what do we got over here? More radiators. Excellent. Excellent. These radiators are not eventually going to be enough, obviously. But for right now, they're doing a pretty decent job. Okay, I think that might be all of them. That's the theory. Just gonna go through and double check here. So far, so good. Oh, did not get this side. I thought I might have missed something. Okay. There's all of our radiators, and our electric charge is kind of going nuts. We're barely keeping up right now. However, we are not currently optimally oriented to have our power generation be ideal, because we've got these top-mounted solar panels, and we've only got, I think only 2 have direct flow. Actually, some of these down here do, but they're not very efficient. So we do have the electric charge capacity for this many, assuming that this doesn't have an alternator on it. It does. Okay. If we're not burning, we may start losing some electric charge. I guess I'll find that out in between episodes, because this burn is going to go on for another 35 minutes, and I'm sure you don't want to watch that. However, we should probably be physics warped. There we go. Okay, so now it's going to last another 34 minutes. Truly, truly glorious. So I'm going to go ahead and get us into the position to just have this here. So don't be surprised if I've only got this portion of the rocket left when we come in, and if we are considerably better located here. We'll have this burn done, and we'll probably have a braking burn queued up at least. I don't know if we'll be able to execute it or where. I don't know what kind of heat we're going to be looking at this close to the sun. However, any way we slice it, this is the only probe we will be sending to the sun. So, just so you guys know, this is the only one. This one will burn up eventually. I'm not sure exactly where, but it'll burn up somewhere. And then that'll be that. I tried to land on the sun. Same thing with Joule. When we go to Joule, I'm going to crash a probe, probably a very similar probe to this one, into it, and it will go boom eventually, and that'll be good. We also need to land that probe on Gilly, so after this, that's probably what we're going to be doing, is landing a rover on Gilly, and then after that, we'll start focusing on Duna. However, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we will finish destroying this very expensive probe. See you all then.